Okay.
All finished.
Now all we've got to do is towel the string to it.
Whoa. But is it going to work, Frankie?
Of course it's going to work, man. I've done it before.
Okay. Put the scissors there. Okay. Now, how are you going to tie it, though?
I know how to tie it.
Lo, 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 lo. Yeah. Where's the salt? I put it here a minute ago. Now,
Here it is, Mama Bones. Really? You must get those glasses.
oh Spider, you know how much glasses cost?
She's getting worse and worse. All she needs is a good pair of glasses.
Yes, I'll get them just as soon as the money is there. Until then, I'll manage. Now, you asked me how to make amakwenya. Now I'm going to show you. It's easy. How much flour do you add, Mama Bones? Just enough. Not too much. And oil? Well, it's difficult to say. Oops. Just until the mixture is right.
Mama Bones, we'll never learn how to make Vetkoek if you can't tell us how much flour to use, how much oil, yeast, and water.
Don't forget the salt. Amakwenya tastes terrible without the salt.
Yes, but how much salt?
Well, I don't know. Just a few pinches like so.
Oh, Mama Bones.
A new building going up, is there? On Station Street? Well, Brother Joseph, I have only one question for you. How am I going to make any money?
Well, I'm going to ask for a job there. You could come with me. There'll be lots of workers. It's going to be a big building. They say 12 stories. Lots of...
Don't be ridiculous, Brother Joseph. Me? Work?
What are we going to tie to it?
This.
Oh, but isn't that a bit heavy?
No, man, it has to be heavy. Otherwise it'll just slide sideways through the air. Come on, let's get started. I've got some elastic bands.
Well, work is one way of making money, Mr. Agrippa.
Yes, but work? Me? Getting all dirty and sweaty? Mixing
Okay,
cement?
here goes.
Make sure the parachute opens, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Drop it. Drop.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, Mr.
Tell me
Cooper.
honestly, Brother Joseph, can you see me laying bricks?
Would you like to have one, Ayanda? Eh, Mama Bones, I love amakwenya.
Oh, my poor, aching, throbbing, abused head.
Oh, Mr. Agrippa, what happened?
A brick fell on his head.
A brick? How terrible.
Oh, Mrs. Bones, I can't tell you how much it hurts.
Oh, I hope nothing is broken.
I shall sue. That's what I'll do. Sue. Someone has to pay for my pain and suffering.
Where did the brick come from?
From an aeroplane.
An aeroplane?
Yeah, the brick was tied to this parachute. Show them, Brother Joseph. Show them. Come on.
Jay and Frankie were planning to make a parachute.
Obviously one of my enemies. A devilish plot. Acquired especially heavy, ultra-hard brick. Feel it. Feel it. Come on, feel it. Then they hired a plane, took off, and dropped the brick on my head.
We're sorry, Mr. Agrippa.
Rich and powerful enemies. When I find out who they are, I'll sue them for every penny they possess.
Excuse me, Mr. Agrippa.
Quiet, boy. Now, where was I? Yes. Then I'll be rich. I'll be powerful. I may be hurting today, but they'll be hurting tomorrow, I can promise you.
We're the ones who did it. You see, we didn't look and...
Don't be silly, boy. It was my rich and powerful enemies that threw that brick on my head from an aeroplane. Now, I must be off to consult my legal advisors. Excuse me.
What's he talking about? It wasn't anyone from an aeroplane. It was us, up on the roof.
Shh, it doesn't matter. You tried to tell him. He wouldn't listen. Would you like to have one of my Vetkoek, Brajo?
Vetkoek?
Have you heard about the big new building they're putting up on Station Street?
Thought I could look for a job there. Put money in my pocket so I could pay for your Vetkoek, ma.
Don't worry, Brajo. Whether you have money or not in your pocket, there'll always be a Vetkoek for you at Mama Bones.
Hey, big building going up on Station Street. They're going to need about 50, 60 workers.
And I'm going to need my onion chopped in 1 minute.
Rajal says he's going to look for a job helping to build the new building.
There'll be plenty of jobs for Newtown people. And where there are jobs, there's money.
Hey, Mama Bones says she'll be able to sell her amagwinya to the workers in the early mornings and earn enough money to buy the glasses she needs.
You see, it's good news for all of us.
Spooky, what's going on? But it's still dark outside. Let's see what Mama Bones is doing.
Very good, amagwinya.
But why so few? Ungani la magwinya manzwana. It's a hard work in that building site. We need big breakfast.
I'm sorry, boys, but I'll have lots more for you tomorrow. I promise.
What's happening, Mama Bones?
Spider, huh? Look! Not one Vetkoek left. Sold out. And it's not even 6 o'clock.
How many did you make?
Same as always. 10 or 12. To be honest, I didn't even count them.
That's why they were grumbling. You didn't make enough for them.
I, Spider. I'm just happy I sold every one of them. What's he doing?
Brajo, I thought you were going to get a job on the building site.
Said I was too old for building work. Showed them my muscles. Didn't make any difference. Doesn't matter. I've got a better job. Amagwinya, the hot fat cook.
Where did you get the card? Huh?
Doesn't matter. A man has got to eat. A man has got to earn. Doesn't matter where the money comes from.
Yes, well, Mrs. Bones, what do you think of my latest venture? Huh? The hot Vetkoek. Soon, you'll find a cart like this on every corner of the city. And then in every city in the land.
Remember, Mama, this is like we used to have in the old days. Coffee and the hot amagwinya.
Give me a fat cake, Brother Joseph. The workers will love them.
Oh, did you cook that, Brother Joe?
These were made with only the best ingredients available, weren't they, Brother Joe? That's why they're so tasty, so delicious. Not so, Brother Joe?
Yes, Mr. Agrippa.
Now get a move on. Make sure that every sucker, worker, who passes by here buys at least 2 of your fat cakes.
But Mr. Agrippa, there is not enough business for 2 people on Abattoir Lane, even with the new workers.
Mrs. Bones, if you can't take the heat, then I suggest you give up your place in the kitchen. Good day to you.
Oh no.
So has anyone actually tried one of these Vetkoek?
Yes. And? Yuck! Stale, dry, yuck!
So why would anyone buy Brajo's stale, dry amagwinya when they can buy Mama Bones' juicy ones?
Because once Mama Bones has sold her fat cooks to the first few workers who come past, the rest won't have any choice. They'll have to buy Mr. Agrippa's or go hungry.
Yeah, and anyway, Mr. Agrippa's amagwinya are much cheaper than Mama Bones's.
So it's obvious what Mama Bones has to do, isn't it?
Of course, I've thought about it. Instead of making 10 Vetkoek, I should make 100. But it's not easy. I know how much flour I need for 10. But for 100?
It's easy, Mama Bones. Just use 10 times more of everything. I mean, how much flour do you use for 10 Vetkoek?
Oh, Frankie, Mama Bones doesn't use a recipe. She just knows how much flour to put in. I've done it for so long. I just don't think about it.
Well then, we have to watch you, Mama Bones, and measure everything you use, right?
I start with the flour, 2 blocks of yeast.
Oh yeah, 6.5 cups.
6.5 cups of flour, 2 blocks of yeast.
Of course, I mix the yeast with a little water first.
Just less than 2 cups. Call it 2 cups.
2 cups of water.
A little oil and a little salt.
3 tablespoons of oil,
How do you spell tablespoons?
1.5 teaspoons of salt,
1.5 teaspoons of
And what else, Mama Bones?
salt.
That's all, Ayanda. That's all.
Great! Now all we've got to do is multiply by 10.
How long does it take to mix it all together? Not long, but you've got to give the yeast time to rise.
How much time?
1.5 hours.
So, that means we'll need 1.5 hours times 10. That's 15 hours to get it ready.
No, Frankie. It will take the same time to make 100 Vetkoek as it will take to make 10.
If you've got to be ready to sell your amagwinya to the workers on their way to work at 6 o'clock, that means you've got to get up at,
Say half an hour to mix everything together.
1.5 hours for the yeast to rise.
That's 2 hours.
And it takes time to cook it.
Another half hour.
2.5 hours. That means you've got to get up at
3:30. I'll have to sleep here with you, Spider, if that's all right.
No problem.
We'll come and help Mama Bones if we wake up in time.
How are we going to wake up in time, Mama Bones?
Oh, I'm sure I'll wake up in Tanam.
Whoa! Listen to Mama Bones snore. I wish I could snore like that.
We might as well let her sleep. It's too late to make Vetkoek now.
We've got to work out a way of waking up in time. Listen, after school this afternoon, a council of war. We've got a big problem and we've got to solve it. There's got to be a way to beat that slimy Mr. Agrippa.
I wish we had a clock. That would solve our problem.
Well, I do have a clock. Somewhere.
An alarm clock?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you use it?
Here it is.
This is perfect. What happened to the hammer?
What hammer?
The little hammer that hits the bells and strikes the alarm.
That's why I don't use it. It doesn't work.
Why didn't you say so? Really, Spider, you're not being very helpful.
Where's Jay? Perhaps he'll have an idea.
You know Jay, he's always off somewhere doing something on his own. What's so interesting about the clock, Ayanda?
I'm just having an idea. If this moves when the alarm goes off, there must be a way of turning that movement into something useful. Where's a bit of string?
You're gonna fix an alarm clock with a bit of string?
Hi, Suga, it's my idea. I wonder who that is. What's that?
Oh, I found it by the railway yard.
It looks like an old fan or something. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I thought we might be able to use it to mix the Vetkoek dough.
Oh, Jay, why can't Mama Bones mix the dough herself?
It'll be much easier, Ayanda. Just imagine if this is going round and round in the dough. It'll take no time at all to mix it all up.
But how are you gonna do it, Jay? It's impossible.
Well, I'm sure I can think of a way.
Leave him. Once he gets an idea in his head, not even a brick or a parachute can knock it out.
What I need to do first is, make a drawing.
The thing is, when you set off the alarm on the clock, the little winder here turns round and round and round. So I thought if I tied a string to it.
An electric motor used to turn the fan round and round. So all I've got to do is find something that'll turn it round. Something that'll fit into this hole
Wait a
here.
minute. If you tied the string to something over here, give me the crayon, Ayanda.
No.
Then when the alarm went off, what would happen?
Oh, the string would turn round and round and get tighter and tighter.
It would pull the clock across to where the string was tied.
So if we put the clock on a box or something, or the edge of a table, then when the alarm goes off, it would pull itself off the table.
And smash to pieces on the floor.
I wonder if a bicycle would be the answer. If I could somehow fix it so that when you turn the whatchamacallit here, that would turn the whatchamacallit in the fan.
Well, let's tie another string from the clock to
To what?
to something that will wake us up. I know. A wall plug.
What about Frankie's radio?
Hey, listen, no fooling around with my hi-fi system.
We won't fool around with it. We'll just turn it on. Genius, Spider.
It's only got one wheel, but I won't even need that. The important thing is it's got a chain, and when you turn the pedals, the chain moves.
We're all going to stay in Spider's place tonight and then help you with your Vetkoek in the morning. Well, that's very kind of you. But how are we going to wake up?
We've already thought about that.
Oh, we've got to ask our parents if we can stay with Spider. See you later, Mama Bounce. Bye-bye.
Let's see. Yes! Yes! It works! Yes! Yes! This is great! Yes! We'll mix it up in no time.
Jay, are you awake? Let him sleep, Ayanda. He's been a busy boy all afternoon.
What was he doing with that old bicycle?
Oh, just fooling around. Are you sure you'll be able to wake up in the morning? Yes, if everything goes according to plan.
Switch off the lights, Mama Bones. Good night, everyone.
Night, Spider.
Yes, yes, yes.
I can't let the children have their way. I must stop them winning, come what may. If it takes a little trickery, a few apples from my rockery, well, so be it, 'cause I can't let the children have their way. If I can't win the battle fair and square, if I resort to cheating, do I care? The point is victory in the end. Rules to break and rules to bend. 'Cause I can't let the children, no, I daren't let the children, no, I won't let the children have their way.
Now, after a few of her customers have broken their teeth on her fat cakes, she'll be out of business no matter how fresh and delicious they are. I've done good work here tonight.
What's the time? Oh, who turned the lights on?
It worked. Spider, it worked.
Come on, we've got lots to do. Mama Bones, Mama Bones, wake up, wake up. Time to start making the Vetkoek.
Come on, Frankie. Let's measure out the flour now.
1,
2,
3.
Hey, guys,
3.
come have a look at my super-duper double-quick Amagwinya dough mixing machine.
5,
Hey, not now, man. We're busy. 6.
7.
Hey, Frankie. There's something wrong with this flour. Look at this. Stones.
We can't use this flour. People will break their teeth on my Vetkoek.
But what are we going to do?
We've got to make the dough, and quickly.
Mama Bones, have you got a sieve?
No. We'll have to give up, children. Never. I'm sure I've got something there.
Oh.
There, try this.
Oh no, the holes are too big.
Oh, we need something with smaller holes.
Mosquito netting.
Mosquito netting?
This should do it.
Good idea.
Right, Frankie, measure out the flour into this. Quick,
Is
Ayanda.
any of the gravel getting through?
None that I can see. Oh, feel.
Great! Come on now, we're running out of time. 15 teaspoons of salt. Two cups of oil.
This is gonna take forever.
Oh no, man, keep on staring.
We'll never be finished in time.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
Oh, Jay, now is not the time to play your silly sax, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Kize has an announcement to make. Come one, come all. Come see the great Amagwinya dough mixing machine in action.
What? What on earth do you mean?
This way, ladies and gentlemen, and bring the dough.
Let's try. We gotta try anything at this point.
No, put it in the mixer. Come on, we don't have much time. Just put
okay.
it in, put the dough
Here
there.
it comes.
That's it.
Careful not to spill.
All right, now, watch this.
Look at it. It's working. Amazing. Actually working.
Jay, but why didn't you tell us?
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love it.
So big.
Yeah, and they're tasty too. Yeah.
Mama Bones.
Here comes Brajo.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Agrippa.
What is that exquisite smell?
Mama Bones Amagwinya.
The fat cakes that will break the teeth of all who eat them. And let me tell you, Brother Joe, when Mrs. Bones' first customer breaks his first tooth on one of her fat cakes, then we'll sell all these little babies here, whether they're stale or not.
I don't think they're going to be selling one of their Vetkoek today, Mama Bones. And we are going to make enough money to buy your new glasses, ne?
What is that exquisite, scrumptious, mouth-watering smell wafting from your pan, Mrs. Bones?
My Vetkoek, Mr. Agrippa. Would you like one?
Oh, I don't think so. A little worried about my teeth, you know.
He had something to do with the gravel and the flour, I'm sure of it.
Oh, your teeth will be quite safe. We found some little stones in the flour, but you got them all out.
You got the gravel out?
Here. Have one.
Have you tasted one of these, Brother Joseph? They are delicious. Wait. I think I've got this money here. Won't you go over to Mrs. Bones and buy us a few more for breakfast? Say 6 more. 1 for you and 5 for me. Hurry up and go and buy those fat cakes, Brother Joseph.
Spider, what you doing?
Welcome to Spider's Comic and Video Shop.
Hey, this is all about us.
It's all about Spider's Place.
Here's me.
There's a comic, a video, and an audio cassette for each of our adventures.
And we buy them from you?
Sure. Or write to Handspring Trust at 1 Magnet Street, Kensington, Johannesburg, 2094.
Mm-hmm.